Today we're continuing our theme of cooking healthy snacks at home. Our plan today is to make a hummus made out of chickpeas or garbanzo beans, and we'll add a little bit of heat to that with our jalapeno relish that we prepped earlier. So this is great to put on crackers and different snacks. I like to add it to a plate of root vegetables and put a little bit of protein on the top of it, especially if you're not eating any meat. It's nice to give you a little bit of protein. You can do whatever you like with it. You can spread it on a piece of lettuce and then roll it up sort of like a taco and have that protein. So that's up to you, just use your imagination. And so today we'll be using the garbanzo beans. The recipe usually calls for 2 16-ounce cans. And in the Vitamix program, they ask you to rinse one can and use the liquid from the other. I rinse them both and add a little bit of water for the liquid to the Vitamix. We have our jalapeno relish, and that's about a cup. We've got lemon juice. Our spices will be cumin, salt, and pepper. And we'll add a little bit of olive oil and fresh garlic. And in a minute, we'll put it all together in the Vitamix. So we'll get started blending our ingredients. So go ahead and put our garbanzo beans in, and they'll fill it up, to just a little bit past the 3-cup mark. I like to start with a little bit of water at the bottom of your Vitamix, and you can maybe just put a 1/4 cup in, just so there's liquid at the bottom first. Again, the Vitamix recipe calls for using the liquid from the can, but I prefer to rinse the beans and not have all of that in your hummus. And I really prefer this over and above what you can buy in the store because there's so many other additives in the store brands. Why not make it at home? I'll go ahead and put the garlic in. It calls for a couple of cloves. And then I'm adding our heat, our jalapeno relish. And I'm going to be liberal because I like it spicy. If you don't like spicy foods, then you can, back off of that and do a little bit less. It's always an experiment. So if it comes out too spicy the first time, you can fix that next time around. Got the lemon juice. I'm actually just going to pour in about half of what I had planned. And it calls for 1 tablespoon of olive oil, but again, you can do that to taste. And then a 1/4 cup of white sesame seeds, so they're going to go in and blend into the hummus. We'll do liberal salt and pepper, and I've done this lots of different ways. I love to make it with harissa instead of the jalapeno relish, but since the garden produced all the jalapenos, we're going to use those and not buy anything at the store. And this is the real brand sea salt, and then the cumin is to taste. And basically, what we'll do is start to blend that, and what happens is the Vitamix will start to tamp down a little bit and start to slow. So we're going to use our tamper to press the beans down and get a good, nice consistency. We might have to stop and add water, and again, the cumin is to taste. So we'll go ahead and put our lid on, and we'll always do that same process. Flip it on, turn it from 1 to 10 to high, and we'll just see how we do. So once you've blended this to your consistency, you can go ahead and take it out of the Vitamix. And it takes a little bit of finagling to get it out. And of course it's warm now. This is great to serve right over your baked vegetables. Like I like to do a tray of radishes, potatoes, carrots. If I have beets, I'll do beets. And just any other root vegetables you can get your hands on. Daikon radishes, rutabagas, and just cut them up, chop them up in the oven, and put them in like a throwaway tin with some olive oil and sea salt. And that makes a great meal. But this is a nice way to finish it off. So it's warm now, and you could go straight to vegetables if you wanted. But since we're primarily using it for the hummus, we'll go ahead and just chill it and then have it. Of course, we cannot finish it without trying it with a chip. So let's just see how it turned out. It's delicious. You might want to add just a little more sea salt and pepper to your taste, and then enjoy.